So hello guys, now we'll create a document. I'm in Photoshop 2020. So the document is 1080 by 1350, resolution 300 for Instagram. So we'll create and we unlock this layer. So first of all, we'll place a solid color fill behind it. So the color code is DFF7D3. So I just want something very light, a light green. Okay, so I also create a footer box, something just around here, and it will contain our contact details, and also the product will be there. So it's 100% white, F6 times. Okay, so just take that guy up a little. Okay, then we'll introduce our man. So the man will be under the footer shape. It will be on top of this layer, the background layer. So we'll introduce our man right now. So place embedded, that's the man place. Okay, so right now we'll just take off the man's background. So I pick on my selection tool, then select subject. You can also use object selection, whichever one you like. Okay, so right now I'll refine my selection. So just pick these two, then come here and add to the selection just something this basic. I will not be doing a very clean work today. I will try as much as possible not to spend so much time refining, so the tutorial would be shorter than regular. Okay, I think I'm happy with this, and I hit on okay. See the feather, I used 1.8 pixels, 21% contrast, and shift edge minus 26%. Then I hit on OK. Then right now I just hit on my layer max to remove that background. Okay, so let me just rename this guy to man and place him in a group. Ctrl G. Okay, just give this group a color, rename the group to man image. Okay, fine, that's for that. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can position things appropriately. Okay, so we'll just take this man down a little bit so his nipple won't be showing. Okay, so I think it's perfect there. So we'll just introduce some other things in the background. So we know we are done with some major part of the background, so we'll put aloe vera behind the man because he's actually a model for the beauty product. Very shocking, right? This product is mainly for men. In fact, it's for men, not for women. So the product was also made with natural stuffs like aloe vera and stuffs, you know, mama. So we just place an aloe vera image around this corner of the man. Okay, you hit on okay. Then we also duplicate that same image, and let's just adjust this guy like this. So also duplicate the same image and take to the left hand side and just place something like that, something simple, something fine, and we hit on OK. All right, another thing, because we already have my design down, like the sketch of my design, so I'll be placing some products around this place. So I'll just need to balance up the design, because if I place products here, okay, let me just make a quick a rough sketch of that so you see what I mean. So if I place a product around here, I just need to balance something around here so the design gets balanced. So let me just place my product now, while I also place some other thing that will be balanced, or that will help the design to balance over there. Okay, so this is a product, just a product I downloaded online, okay, from favorite PNG or fave PNG. Then I'll also place a tree, just a tree. You know, everything is green, natural stuffs. The product was made with natural stuff, so just trying to play around with so much of green stuffs to make the whole design look natural and still beautiful at the same time, since it's a beauty something. So something like this, I think it's nice. Yes. Okay, so it's just helping us to balance up this guy here, and we'll still reduce this guy a little bit so it doesn't look so big. Then we'll increase our man some more. Okay. All right, so this is cool. Now what we will not do to the man, just to um make him look much more interesting, we'll do some things to the background. We add some extra lights to the background, a light that will be coming from around this point, so it just hits the man around here. Then while we also make some edits to the man's image to give him to bring the image alive, so something like that. So we'll create a new layer under the mask layer on top of our background layer. We'll create a new layer with our brush tool, soft round brush. Just pop the size up so much more. No, that's too big. Okay, so increase your opacity and increase your flow like that. So I'm using a mouse, not a pen mouse. I want to understand what some people feel, because I got some complaint from some people earlier that when I use pen mouse, I make it look a whole lot easy. Trust me, it's easy. I've used mouse for many years and it's easy. Okay, so this is mouse, then with white selected here, then just around this side I just damp like this, you see, then also damp like this. Very simple. I could just reduce the feel a little bit so it's not overwhelming. Okay, I think I like that. Okay, that's okay. So that's for that. So let's just rename this guy to white light, something like that, something simple. Don't want to complicate stuffs today. Okay, so call this one aloe vera and call this one aloe vera. We'll group all the aloe vera, we'll place in one group. So call everything aloe vera. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. Products. I'm just renaming stuffs now very fast. Products and tree left. Okay, good. All right. So now let's go to the man. Let's make some edits so that the man can blend with our background. So the reason I dropped the background and dropped the man and dropped every element is so that we can blend everything all at once. It makes the work faster and easier for us. But assuming I was doing it one by one, we'll be merging the blend with this one, merging the blend, so it kind of takes a whole lot of time. So first of all, I'll start with this. So I start with adding a color balance adjustment layer to the man just to match him with our background. So we'll do this very much quickly. So in the midtones we'll just add some green. Yes, just as you guessed, we'll add some green because we are having green, lots of green in the background, like lots of green. So let's just keep this guy at 15. Okay, so we'll also add some yellow because green should go very much with yellow because we're having like a warm feel around design to get. So we'll add some yellow. When we go back like this, we are going to yellow. Then also just a little crazy, I'll just add I will add a little blue, just a little blue to that cyan rather, to help out with the green. Then go onto the highlight. We add some green to the highlight just as you guessed. Okay, then I also add some yellow to the highlight. No, not that one is too much. Let's see, let's give it 4. Let's push this guy to just 15. Then I'll add red to the highlight just to help out with the face. And please mark this guy to the man. So the red is just to help out with the face a little bit, nothing more. Rather the skin, because it's just fully skin that we are working with there. Then for the shadows, let me just go a little bit crazy. I'll add a little cyan, just a little cyan, and also add a little magenta, also to help the skin color. Then I'll add some yellow, just okay. Let's say 4. Okay, that's okay. So this is before and this is after, so it's already looking nicer. Then another thing I'll add, my favorite guy, I like adding curves to images. So I'll clip this guy to the man, just pop this guy just to get to to add some dark tones to it or some shadows to it, then pop this guy so much to help out with the brightness or the highlights. You get see, it was looking kind of dull before, but this one is helping it to ring now much more than before. Okay, let me just bring that down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing just to make the man look so happy. Okay, I think we're having some issues with the man. I'll drop the saturation. I think he's looking kind of saturated, so I'll just drop down his saturation. Just a little. Okay, that's nice. Yes, yes. Then just want to make the man look much more alive. Um, this I'll do. Take him to camera raw. So I'm on the man's layer. So filter, camera raw filter. So just very simple edit. Just increase this guy. Right? Hit on that guy to split the screen. This is the before, this is the after. So we'll add some details. Pop so much of my noise reduction, then sharpen a little bit. Yes. Then onto basics. Increase the texture just to show up a little bit and increase the clarity just a little bit. Then the last thing I'll be doing here, in effect, yes, just add a little grain to it. I think I'm liking not so much like that. So I think it's okay like that. Okay, so I hit on okay. That's for that. Not so much. So that's without it, and let me just zoom, and that's with it. Yes, I think I like that. Okay, now we'll just do two things to the man. You know, we added the white around, so we'll just make that look as if the white is actually a light, like a sunlight that is hitting the man by this side of his body. So it's the reflection kind of reflect on the edges of the man's skin. So we'll do that, and we'll also increase the highlights on the man's face and the overall body, so it also match with our intensity of light. So we'll add a curve adjustment layer again, then clip this guy on the center. Just pop this guy up so much more like that. Don't be scared, we're not spoiling anything. Okay, then so double tap on the curve adjustment layer, or you come to effects and click blending mode or blending option. So at this blend, if we'll just play with this guy so you can separate for us our shadows and highlights. So with Alt held on your keyboard, Alt held on your keyboard, just press to break this guy apart like that. Okay, so where I'm watching is this, the forehead, the nose, and the cheek. So until I get a good transition of shadows and highlights there, I will rest. Okay, I think I like that. So I hit on OK. Alright, now on my keyboard I hold shift and control and I to flip to black layer max. Okay, with my brush to a soft round brush selected and white as my foreground color, then I'll just paint over the place where I want those highlights to be. You know, if I hold shift and I press on this layer max, you see that it is showing. So I just want to bring back some of that part on the man's image. So I'll just reduce my opacity and flow a little bit. Flow go down some more so it doesn't spoil stuff for me. Okay, so let me just zoom in a little bit. So I'll just brush around here and increase the brush around here, and also just brush around there and around here, and just a little on the lips. And now I will zoom out to see if we are doing nonsense. It's as if it's rubbing powder. Okay, it's looking so much crazy. So just drop down the feel and opacity just a little bit like that. Nothing much, just a little difference. Okay, I can see something that is wrong. So let me just zoom in and just affect this place. So with black selected as my foreground, just brush off this part a little bit, something like that. Okay, so still with white selected, just go a little bit crazy around the nose. Okay, and just a little bit crazy around. Okay, let me zoom out again. So when you zoom out, you actually see what they are really doing, if it makes sense or not. So I'll still drop down the opacity and flow and feel rather a little bit. I just want it subtle. Okay, all right, that is fine. Now for the overall, we create a new adjustment layer, that is exposure. Create an exposure adjustment layer, and we just draw. Okay, click this guy first and pull this guy around that point. Something very bright, though we're still not spoiling anything. So we also double tap and go to blend if option and break this guy apart again with alt selected on the keyboard. Just break that guy apart, and okay, so hit on OK. On the layer marks, hold Ctrl and press I to flip. All right, so zoom in. No, that zoom is too much. So I'll just brush around the edges of the man to add some highlight, some of those exposure. So around the chest where I'm having those lights. So around this face, I'll just be very much careful. Reduce my brush and pop this guy to 100. So being on this place, I click and oh god, I Ctrl Z. Let me reduce my flow and some opacity. Okay, so being on this guy, I click and hold shift and click down like that. So I click and hold shift and click down. Coming here, I click and hold shift and click down, something like that. So on just these fingers, because also the light should be affecting them. So I click here and hold shift and just something subtle like that. So continue doing that. Also around here. Okay, where else okay, let me just add some more to this face. Okay, it's looking crazy now, so we'll just reduce our fill and also our opacity. Okay, then we'll also brush off some parts where it's in excess. So with black selected, just brush off a little bit where it's in excess. Okay, on these curves, let me just see something. Okay, on this curve with white selected, I pick my brush and review some parts of the curves. Let me increase my flow and my opacity. Then also brush off a little bit. Yeah, oh no, just a little bit like that. Okay, it's looking much more better than before. All right, so at this time around, I think we are done with that. Let's just play around with some stylish highlights on the man's body and also on the tree. Oh, I'm seeing something on this tree. Okay, we'll use the highlight on it. Okay, so on the man's layer, on top of every other thing there, on top of the exposure, we pick our brush to still a soft round brush. On our color picker, we come to create a new layer. Then on color picker, or you come like this on the foreground and you pick the highest yellow there. So around this point, something like this, hit on OK. Then we'll just damp on. Okay, let's reduce the brush. Opacity 100, flow 100. So we'll just damp around this part now. Then change the blend mode to let's work with screen and just reduce the fill and opacity a little bit like that. So we could still scale down, Ctrl T and hold Alt at this edge, just scale down a little bit like that. So we'll do same thing around here, and we'll do same thing around here. Okay, I think we'll make that one later on the tree. So I just Ctrl Z that. Okay, so we're having, so let's just reduce a little bit around this edge. So black brush selected, just reduce the opacity and the flow to around 30 something. Just brush out some part around here. Okay, that's nice. Now zoom out. Okay, that's fine. So on top of the tree, this is the tree layer. So why it's not showing was because the tree layer was on top of our mask layer, so that was why the highlights was not showing. So on top of the tree layer, we create a new layer with the yellow brush and blend mode screen. Same thing, just opacity 100, flow 100, just damp on the tree. Something, let's increase and just reduce this guy a little bit like that. Okay, I think I like that. All right, fine. So we can now come to our product, and that's the product layer. Make it, add it to a group, name the group product, because we'll be playing with it just a little bit. So first of all, we'll reduce the saturation. I think it's very saturated, so I'll just reduce the saturation, clip it to the product, and just take down the saturation, something like that. -20 is fine. Okay, then we'll add a shadow under it. So just create a new layer, put this layer under the product layer. So with the brush tool selected, soft round brush, we'll reduce it a little bit. With on the foreground color, just pick this green. Let's come to something around down like this and hit on OK. So damp the brush on your canvas. Okay, let's increase a little. Damp on your canvas like that. So select this two, then Ctrl T on this side, hold Shift on your keyboard and pull down like this. So commit that change. So just take it around this side. So we'll make two. We could reduce it so it fits around here. So you could still adjust it till it fits appropriately. So we could duplicate it and slide it to the other side. Okay, then highlight the two of them and Ctrl T. So we could just adjust it. So hold Shift and just adjust a little like that. Okay, then another thing we'll do, let's group two of them and call them product shadow. All right, so create a layer marks on it like this. Then with your brush tool with black selected, reduce it a little bit. Take your flow to around 40, take your opacity to around 40, then just come at the edge and just fade it off a little bit like that. So another thing we'll also do again, still Ctrl T and hold Shift, just scale it down a little bit like that. Okay, I think it's better now. And reduce fit. So whenever you are making design edit and adjustment, always play around with zoom in and zoom out, so you see how it looks. If you are not satisfied, just like this, you still adjust like that. Okay, I think I need more opacity and more fill. Okay, I think it's better that way. All right, now we can start writing our texts very quickly. So I'll just make the theme text that will be on this part and also the text on this part, while the other text I'll speed up the videos, or I'll just just disappear the text. Sorry, I'll just bring the text in and you see the text. So we'll make the theme text very quickly and also the shape around here. So for the text, we'll come to the topest layer, we'll create a new layer there, pick our text tool, then hit on the keyboard and type beauty. So I purposely chose beauty because men can actually also be beautiful or kind of loud. So beauty. Okay, so we'll just increase this guy. So the font I'll be using, let's see. Okay, let's look for Bella Destina. Yes. Then also a dark green 2B6E19 is dark green. Okay, then I think that should be around 40. Okay, that's nice. All right, so watch closely now. So I want to make my B much more bigger than the rest, so I just highlight the B and change the font size to, I think, 52. Okay, I think that's good. Then I hold on Shift and Alt on my keyboard, Shift and Alt. Then with my arrow key on my keyboard, I come down like that. If you like, this is okay. So I tapped it twice. So that's very nice. So I like that. So I could just so I think I'll bring this man down a little bit. So on the man's layer, the entire layer, the group layer, just bring him down a little bit like that. Okay, so I can have enough space for my beauty. Beautiful. Okay, so for the beauty, let me reduce it a little bit, just a little bit. Then with that same layer, just duplicate the layer. Then I type skin here. So we're using a different font. Popping should be the font. Popping medium. Okay, that is nice. Then also I'll reduce this guy fitting appropriately with my text. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, let me just increase it a little bit. Okay, okay, so that's nice. Then the last thing we'll be writing is for men. So after which we'll now make some effects for the beauty for men. So we'll use a very dark green for the men. Okay, something like that. I'll also reduce the font size and we'll change it from medium to semi-bold, so it's just swing out a little bit. And I think let me add some line spacing. Okay, I think this is nice. So let me group this entire text and call this the. Okay, so I can adjust every of them together. Let's see. Let's zoom out so I will see how it's looking. Okay. Okay, this is nice. All right. Okay, so I'll quickly make a logo for the design. Okay. So the company name will be bold. Don't do like me, please. Make your logo with the vector software. Just it's we're just learning together line. So I called it bold natural. Line. So let me zoom in. So create a layer mask for the shape with brush to be a black brush. Just increase flow and okay, so just brush off it a little bit. Something like it's looking nice. So also create another layer, a circle like this. Okay, then with shift held on our keyboard, just something around here. I don't mind my logo, it's a very funny logo. Okay, I like it. Okay, so let's just group three of them together and call this logo. Okay. So we can scale it down together, something like that, and just put at the center. Now I'm matching the center with my eye. Okay, something like that. Okay, thank God I zoomed out, so I'm seeing some things. For example, let there be some space, and also I think I'll work with 50. Yes, I think I like that. Then also space down and also come down a little bit. I just want them to look nice. Okay, I think I like this now. All right. Okay, so we'll be making the shape by the left. So we create a new layer, choose our shape to rectangle, we come around there and create a shape rectangle like this. Okay, then we still choose the green we used there. All right, so we'll double tap to enter effects. Okay, so first of all we add an inner shadow, a darker inner shadow. Okay, no, let's use a lighter inner shadow, something bright like that. Okay, let's just play around with these sliders. Okay, then also add satin to it, a dark satin. So let's pick this color first, then we'll pick a darker shade of that. So we'll just play with the sliders till we get what we actually want. So I think that is fine. So just change the angle of the satin, something like that. Okay, so let me still play with this a little bit. Then I'm satisfied. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that. Okay, so I'll quickly write my text. I'll just speed up the video. So at this point, I'll just add just a light, since we are having some light from that direction. So this will be a white light. So just press D on your keyboard to reset this, and press X to switch to white. Then we'll just damp the white around. Yeah, that guy is too much. Let's reduce sky and the sky and just damp the white. Let me reduce my brush. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we still play with that guy, if you understand. I think I will go add. Okay, so that's nice. Alright, that's good. So let's now work on the beauty effects. So go to FX. So add inner shadow, then something like, yeah. So inner shadow 55872B. Then just pop this guy. I think 70 should be fine. And alright, let's go -12, -15. Okay. Distance. It's fine. Then size. Okay, so we'll now add satin to it. A light satin, not as dark as that. A light satin. So color code is 4G9E23. Then just pop this guy 100. This guy is just normal 90°. So play with this slider. Okay. Let's change this guy to multiply. Aha, yes. Then the satin can help it to look like sweet, beautiful flower. Okay, I like that now. Then just hit on OK. Okay. Oh, overall, let's take this man's image down a little bit with the product and the white footer. Okay, so also I think I'm also not satisfied so much with this guy. It's looking as if it's a plumped ball. So let me just go there and just make a little edit. Let's see this satin. Okay, let's start with this guy and okay, let me see my satin. Okay, alright, okay, I think I like that now, like that. Let me see. There's something around there, and this one something. Let me just add a little yellow to it. Okay, fine. I hit on okay, like that. Alright. So I'll just pause the video, then add the other texts around here and the footer text. Then we'll do the final touch of the design and we are done. Okay guys, so we have our texts up and running. So we have two more elements to add. So the first one would be my favorite birds, just to add to the design, like I see they are just flying their own around this place. Then also we add a bouquet to help out our background, so something like this guy. Okay, so let's keep this guy and just take him down the layers all the way to the side, then change to color dodge. Fine. Convert this guy to raster layer, come to image adjustment, the saturate. Okay, fine. So we'll just add layer mask to it. Our brush to black brush selected. We'll brush off these excess. Okay, so just having that one a little bit around. See. with white, just brush in these guys a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think I like that. And so we'll just add the light lens flare or the light flare around every part. We want to add them just to make them breathe much more loud. So still with my yellow, the yellowest yellow, if there's anything like that, which doesn't exist. So with my brush to opacity and flow like that, so I could come and hit around here. Okay, let me just pop it first to maximum 100. Just hit around here. Keep this guy on screen, so we adjust how much we want it with opacity and flow. So I think it's good. Okay, then one general one, maximum change to screen. So still around here, we just want to make that guy ring again. So around here, something like that. Okay, so just scale down a little bit. So just scale this guy down a little bit so it's not so fine. Then reduce the feel and the opacity like that. Voila, it looks so beautiful. Okay, I think I like that so very much. I always like to adjust and adjust. I think I'm seeing somewhere I should adjust a little. Let's go to the mask layer. We have this yellow here, this first lens flare. Let's just make the white lens flare under it for a reason. Just want to help out the yellow flare. So something like this, just pure white. Just have that one under it like that. And we just take that guy to screen and reduce opacity and flow like that. Okay, so I like that. So just scale down a little bit, something of that nature. Whoa, so this is good. And okay, so this is very nice. This is nice. I like this. Let's see, let me, some places are interfering with some places, so let's just create layer marks on that with our brush to black brush selected. Let's just brush off. No, let me reduce my opacity and fill. So we just brush off some excesses like that, like small is coming on the man's head. Okay, just brush a little around here too. Okay, and just some more a little around there. Okay, then one last thing on the beauty, create a new layer. Hold control on your keyboard, press on this T so it selects that, then press Ctrl H to hide that. So on this new layer, pick your brush to pick this green around here, take this slider up a little bit, increase this guy like that. So just come around here and just ring this guy a little bit, just ring that guy a little bit, so we could still adjust it. So create another layer under that one, then select, hold Alt and pick that, just bring that down. Let's just play around a little bit, just small, please, small, just small, and small will not hurt anybody. Okay, just give a little shadow on our text, just a little shadow around there. There's a way I should have done it, but that would take a whole lot of time, so I'm just doing this one just to make something quick. So now the last thing we'll be doing, okay, let me see, let me adjust this one a little bit. So the last thing we'll be doing, we'll create a layer and we'll add some dust effects to it, some noise effects rather to it. So I'll hold Control and Shift on my keyboard and press N, then I come here and change this guy to soft light, then fill with soft light, neutral color 50 gray, 50% gray, and hit on OK. So this is the guy, and just convert this guy to a smart object and come to filter, noise, add noise. So I think let's keep at 10. so Gaussian monochromatic, and hit on. Okay, so when you zoom in, you tend to see those noise. Okay, the reason why I converted this guy to smart object, oh, that was a mistake. Let's just Control Z this. When I selected the beauty, it was still selected. See, let's do Control H. See, it's still selected. So what we'll do, we'll just select any selection tool and just hit on our canvas. So that selection is off. So let's redo the add noise, because it only added the noise to our beauty text because it was only selected. So let's zoom in now to check. Okay, I think the noise is so much, so let me just take that guy to 8.5 and it's okay. So that and it's just adding a little depth to our overall design. Just discovered one last thing we'll be doing. Let's just blend this guy, just add a little saturation. Okay, let's come to the top. Since it's group, so we'll just add hue and saturation, clip it to the group. So we'll just play with this slider, drop down this one to reduce the saturation, then change the hue so it blends with our overall design, something like this. So let's add a little white to it. Then last thing we'll do, just add a little blur, just a little Gaussian blur. Okay, one is okay. Then holding Alt on the keyboard, just pull that guy to the next one, so both of them shares the same block. Okay, that is fine. Yeah, I think it's much better now. So still think my noise is kind of too much. Let me just reduce the opacity and feel a little bit. I keep saying it, I'll keep editing until I think it's kind of perfect. Okay, now I think it's perfect. So guys, with that we come to the end of today's tutorial. Beauty skincare for men, strictly for men. Yeah, there have been a lot of beauty designs for women, so I said I must do a man's design today, so it's good. I believe you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, so in the future you will not miss tutorials like this. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and enemies all together. Happy designing. Till next time.